Good evening, Railer fans, and welcome to Lincoln Railer Basketball. It's time for the Josh Comnick Grau Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show. Now I'm your host, Josh Comnick. We're on the road in Lincoln, in Rock Island, as the Railers get ready to take on the Rocks from Rock Island High School. In just a moment, I'll be joined by Jay Harden as we break down tonight's matchup. We thank you for joining us on home of every Lincoln Railer contest this season. WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. Again, Railer fans, thanks for joining us here from Rock Island, Illinois, getting set for the Railers and the Rocks from Rock Island High School. Right now, the Railer sophomores with a comfortable lead with about 10 seconds left to go here. Railer Sophs are going to get a victory by the score of 54-25. So a good start to the night for the Railers. We hope the varsity can duplicate that here in just about 20 minutes as soon as the Railers and the Rocks are going to tip it off. We're going to take a break. We'll be back here from Rock Island, Illinois. You're in the Grau Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Welcome back, Railer Nation, here from Rock Island, Illinois. Josh Comnick, along with Jay Harden and Lloyd Kirby here from Rock Island High School, getting set for the Railers and the Rocks here on a Saturday night in non-conference play. The Railers check in on the season at 16-3 and a perfect 5-0 in Apollo Conference action, while the Rocks from Rock Island come into the contest with a record of 14-6 and 7-1. And Jay, they're members of the Western Big Six. Is that it?
Yep, one of the charter members of the Western Big Six, the Rock Island Rocks. And Josh, this is a team right now that's working under a first-year coach and Mark Polite. Tom Siegel, a longtime coach here, retired after last year. He was a good friend of Neil Alexander, and those two played a lot of, had a bit of a home-and-home series going with each other. It's a long trip up here, but boy, they've really redone the Rocky Fieldhouse nice, haven't they?
Yeah, if I remember correctly, just a year ago were we here, I think, or 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
When we got beat 1 point, I think, with the Frobe and Ewald. One of their two losses, we lost to Mundelein in Belleville, and then came here and had a heck of a game.
Yeah, Rocky had a big kid they played at guard. A massive kid they played at guard, and he hit a shot beyond the top of the key to win the game for him.
The Railers, again, 16-3 on the season, fresh off a 55-53 victory on Thursday night over Mount Zion to improve their Apollo Conference record to 5-0, while the Rocks improved their record to 14-6 with a victory last night over Geneseo, 72-49. So as you look across this Rock Island High School, of course, you remember a few years ago and probably before then, they had the little thing that stuck out on the wall that was Duncan Reed's little station as he watched the sophomore game and kind of scoured over his gymnasium here.
Yeah, Duncan Reed really is Rock Island had a program before, but Duncan Reed definitely took it to another level. Had some state tournament appearances, and then Tom Siegel was able to get a state title here in 2001, I think it was. This has been a program that is one of those that seems to be consistent almost year after year. They don't rebuild, they reload.
And if you go across as we've gotten gotten to play at. Now, I got to play at Quincy years ago. We've been to Galesburg, Rock Island, and I've heard Sterling. Moline has a huge. These gyms in the Western Big Six are massive. Every one of them.
Yeah, because most of the schools have a huge enrollment anyway. I mean, Rocky's just under the 4A split. They're about 1,620 kids. Quincy's over the 4A. Moline's 4A. I think East Moline's maybe 4A as well. But the schools have huge enrollments, and they built huge gymnasiums, probably so they could host a regional or sectional with the size of the facility.
Yeah, I was looking through the tweeter machine today, and I saw a picture from the Quincy Gymnasium last night, and actually the United Township coach was talking with Coach Ewald just before this game, and I saw a picture, jam-packed United Township in Quincy last night, although they've got a shootout going in Quincy, which probably helped to attract some of those fans, but over 5,200 people at the Quincy United Township game last night.
Yeah, those gyms really rock when you get that many people in them, Josh, and it's a lot of fun. We're not going to get 5,200 in here tonight, although they can seat 5,200. Probably. We're not going to have 5,200 tonight.
But we're going to take a break. We're going to preview some more here in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show, the Rocks and the Railers. We'll be back here in just a couple minutes. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show. Josh Comnick along with Jay Harden and Lloyd Kirby here from Rock Island High School, getting set for the Railers and the Rocks. Again, the Railers sophomores just a couple of minutes ago victorious by a score of 54-25. This is the 12th meeting, thanks to our historian on the tweeter machine today. The 12th meeting between the Rocks and the Railers since dating back to December 21st, 1944. The Rocks pulled a 6-5 advantage. Had to go deep on those stats.
Not too bad.
No, not bad.
Not too bad. This is not a team we've played a whole heck of a lot. We don't meet, generally, we haven't met them in the postseason because they've gone a different route, and with splitting off 3A, 4A, I think they were 4A for a little while. So we really haven't had a chance to meet them in the postseason because of the different routes. But it's kind of nice to play this as a home-and-home game, although, Josh, that trip, that's a long trip, and unfortunately, you didn't have the services of the WLCN helicopter tonight.
No, I did not. I had to fly by charter bus today, but you guys were in the private jet to get here a little bit quicker probably than I did. But let's get to the game, Jay. You were there on Thursday night when the Railers were victorious 55-53 over Mount Zion, and you said the Railers shot well, just had too many turnovers.
Yeah, we shot, I think it was 21 for 31 from the floor. We were good from three-point land. Cam hit a couple of threes, and Elijah had a three. We even had a good luck from the free throw line. I think we were 9 of 12 from the free throw line, so we got to the free throw line, but we had 19 turnovers to their 6, and there was one possession, Josh, even though we out-rebounded them in the final stats. I don't remember what it was, but there was one possession where I think Mount Zion got 5 offensive rebounds. We can't let that happen.
Sure, got to think that the Rock Island Rocks have a little bit of that in their game plan tonight as far as the pressure that they will provide. Not only pressure with quickness, but they've got some size to go with it.
Yes, they do. And, Amarian Nimmers is their big gun. He's a 6'3 guard. Then you've got Baker Beal, 6'5", 6'5" center, and you've got Marion Anderson, a 6'5", and they list him as a forward. It's kind of Nimmer's running mate. These are probably guys that are going to, if they've watched us or any film on us, especially if they watch that game against Mount Zion, that's what Mount Zion did. They pressured us late in the game and caused a lot of turnovers. And a lot of those turnovers, Josh, you've talked about this. We were making over-the-head passes. We weren't maybe taking an extra dribble to kind of seal the defender off and make a bounce pass to somebody. We just had some silly turnovers Thursday night against Mount Zion.
Amarion Nimmers, the Rock's leading scorer at about 23 points per game, a guy that's going to be on, or has been, or was on, the chalkboard for the Railers. 7 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the warm-ups. We'll take one break. Back here from Rock Island, Illinois, you're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Here from Rock Island, Illinois, getting set for the Railers and the Rocks. Again, the Railers 16-3 on the season, while Rock Island checks in with a record of 14-6. Josh Komnick along with Jay Harden and Lloyd Kirby here as the captains getting called here to half court, and we look across and see a pretty physical, a pretty big, athletic-looking team. Maybe one of the bigger, imposing teams that we've seen. We just haven't seen a lot of those big guys. If we've seen one, that's about it for each team, but it looks like the Rocks have several of those guys, Jay. It's going to be important for the Railers here tonight, as we talked about Mount Zion hurting us on the boards on Thursday. Might even be a bigger task here tonight. Yeah, and we've had some issues, Josh, inside with our interior guys and standing up to guys that are, we just don't have the bulk inside. We've got size, but we don't have bulk. And sometimes if we get a bigger, stronger, and aggressive center or near post player, we struggle with that inside. And we're going to have to rebound the basketball. Yeah, rebound and handle pressure. As you said, the Railers did not do a good job at the end of that Mount Zion game on Thursday of handling the pressure. A lot of turnovers that really got us to that just a 2-point win because we were up. Oh, we were up double figures. I was thinking we were up 16, 17 points at one point in time. And Josh, you know this from your playing days. You've got to put away a team like that. Very important for Elijah DePaul to have another solid game with the ball handling. He had some turnovers from what I understand on Mount Zion, but when you're handling the ball 95% of the time, 90% of the time, you're going to have a few of those. Some of the guys got to step up and handle the ball tonight. He had a few turnovers, but as you said, in some of the games, we've had trouble getting the ball inbounds, and that really was a lot of the problem we had, was just getting the ball inbounds to get it to him in the first place. That's going to wrap it up for us here on the pregame show. After a word from our sponsors, Jay and I'll be back here in Rock Island to bring you the play-by-play action as the Railers take on the Rocks. As always, a big thank you goes out to all our sponsors. This has been the Josh Komnick, Ground Incorporated, and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
here at Rock Island High School. Jay Harden along with Josh Connick. It's time for exciting Lincoln Raider basketball today on WLCN 96.3 FM, the sports voice of Lincoln and Logan County, on the Mixler app and at WLCNonline.com, where you can find our streaming live video as Lloyd Kirby does his usual good job of manning the camera tonight. Tonight it's Rock Island, the Rocks, 14-6 out of the Western Big Six Conference, hosting our Lincoln Rail Splitters with a record of 16-3. We're 5-0 in the Apollo Conference. Josh, we haven't lost a game on the road yet this year.
Really? You know, and that's funny because I thought a couple years ago, I don't remember if it was the Froby and Ewald and those guys, but it seemed to be where we played better on the road. And for whatever reason, you know, normally you think you play better at home. You shoot there every day. But again, this Railer team likes to take that extra challenge, and will be a big one tonight. This will be one of the better teams we've seen so far this year.
Yeah, this is going to present a lot of challenge for us, Josh. And you know, going back and looking, let me see here. I can tell you what we were with Froby and those guys as seniors. They were 6-1.
You're right. We lost here.
Yeah, they were 6-1 on the road in 2019 and 20. And right now actually, I take it back. We do have a road loss this year, but I don't remember where it's at off the top of my head. So
I have to think about that.
I have to think about that too. But right now, 16-3, the record for the Lincoln Rail Splitters. Josh, let's go ahead and do the Me Realty keys to the game. Me Realty, your hometown real estate dealer, located at 602 Keokuk in Lincoln. Josh, we've already talked about it. Don't you think rebounding is going to be a key tonight?
I think we already talked about two of them: rebounding the basketball and handling the pressure. You got to think that Rock Island is going to get all up in us tonight with some man-to-man pressure, and it'll be a big factor. And I think also we've kind of talked about this before. For number 3 would be get off to a start. You don't want to get behind a Rock Island or really any team that the Railers have played, just because the lack of firepower we have to come back.
Right, we can't get behind because, as you've seen, folks, we cannot come back from a big deficit against basketball teams. Let's send it back to the station for a 1-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups for tonight's contest.
Bill Weaver, Dave Gilliland, and Thomas Downey. It is urged to be extended every courtesy available to handle this responsibility in a professional manner. Good people make good sports, so please show good sportsmanship. Thank you for your cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise? Men, remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Nice crowd making their way to Rocky Fieldhouse tonight. Pretty good contingent coming up from Lincoln and Logan County, Josh.
Yeah, good section from our side. We'll go through the starting lineups here. First for the visitor on the scoreboard, your Lincoln Railers first man out, 5'11" and a sophomore. Number 2 is Gowan, Aiden Gowan. 6'3" and a senior. Number 5 is Paulus, Elijah Paulus. 6'5" and a junior, 22, is Saucy, Tyler Saucy. 6'2" and a junior, 24, Biven, Jake Biven. And the man in the middle, 6'5" and a junior, wears the number 34, is Cook, Peyton Cook. Of course, the Railers head coach Neil Alexander, assisted by Eric Ewald, Greg Alexander, Brandon Bird Farmer, Josh J. Mac McClellan, Zach Dom, and Gary Rademacher. Now the starting lineups for the Rocks from Rock Island. 6'4" and a junior, number 1, Cameron Atkinson. 6 foot and a senior, where's the number 5 is Jalen Randall. 6'3" and a senior, number 11, Amarion Nimmers. 6'5" and a senior, 15 is Baker Beal. And the last man out, 6'5" and a senior, also number 24, Marion Anderson.
Lloyd Kirby manning the camera. Me Realty, Sal Polis, Edward Jones, and Town and Country Bank are streaming live video sponsors tonight. Chicago Street Rentals, of course, with the tip-off. Peyton Cook already at half court. And it looks like he's going to tip it up against Baker Beal.
Yeah, Baker Beal, well put together, too. They got him at 6'5", 235.
Yeah, you got a sister playing at South Carolina.
I remember her from a couple years ago, just reading articles and following the Tweeter machine that missed basketball in Illinois, went to South Carolina, one of the top programs in the country.
Cook got the tip on a poorly thrown basketball. Good play underneath to Cook. Thought he got hacked underneath, Josh, and the ball knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, like referee said, all ball there, but the play that the Railers usually start with, and could not get that one to go.
Polis inbound the basketball right in front of us. Kicks it out to Jake Biven. Biven looks out front, Gowan. Rock Island starts out in a man-to-man.
Yeah, as we expected.
Biven, Polis, Gowan. Gowan, out front, Saucy to Polis in the lane. Look to take a 10-footer. Ball on the floor. Polis looks like it's going to be a jump ball, and it'll go to Rock Island.
Yeah, 2 possessions. One possession, really, but 2 chances at it, and Cook gets tapped away in a good spot for a layup, and now Paulus tries to drive in, and the quick hands by the Rocks tip it away.
Rock Island sets up with the 3 men against the press, working it back and forth. Anderson got it across to Atkinson, and now the ball will be handled out front by Randall. I wonder if Jalen Randall's any relation to the Randall kid they had a few years ago. Chasen Randall. Mm-hmm. Ball in the corner, Nimmers, 3 on the way, up, no good, and a good rebound by Anderson. Shot up by Randall. Randall got the 3-pointer. He nails it, and already it's 3-0 Rock Island as they get an offensive rebound on a long 3.
Yeah.
And ball nearly thrown away. Biven chases it down the backcourt. Rock Island showing a little bit of pressure themselves in a 2-1-2 zone press. And ball knocked out of bounds. And last touch by Peyton Cook in front of the Rock Island bench.
Yeah, and too long of a pass for Elijah. It really wasn't pressured. He just had to beat his man to get it across half court and decided to throw it up to Cook. And Beal was there to tip it away. I think he just got in the way of Cook and went off Cook's hands for a turnover for the Railers.
Randall the basketball. Back out front, Nimmers. Nimmers in the corner, Atkinson. Out front, Nimmers. Amarion Nimmers, 6'3" senior. He's had a couple games over 30 this year. Back out front, Nimmers. Nimmers goes inside Anderson. Anderson against Cook. Spin move. 5-footer up. No good with the left hand and rebound Biven.
Yeah, good job by Cook of staying straight up there as Anderson tried to go to the goal.
Mount Zion had 3 guys in double figures Thursday night. We'll have to try and avoid some of that tonight. Biven. Polis out front, Cook. Fake move down the lane, up, and going to be called for the traveling call.
Yeah, turnover there. Cook, you like the aggressiveness. Just Rock Island was there in good help side position and didn't really have anywhere to go and took that extra step.
Josh, we've seen the last few games Coach move Peyton Cook out to more of a wing spot on the offense. Seems to be working a little bit.
Yeah, I think he's, 1, gotten confident in his skill level, and 2, he's able to take those guys to the basket.
Nimmers went inside Beal. Randall out front. Atkinson, Nimmers a long 3 in front of the Lincoln bench. Around and out, no good. Ball batted around by Beal behind Cook. Beal, the strong move. Boy, that was a strong move, Josh. Put it up and in.
Yeah, just shoved Cook in the back and was able to get that offensive rebound.
5-0 the Rock Island lead. Lincoln quickly into the front court. Saucy in front of the Rock Island bench. Now Polis at the center circle. Polis will reset the Lincoln offense against the Rock Island man-to-man. Cook posting up. Saucy out front. Polis. Gowan thought about taking the three. Polis, long three. Up and got it.
Oh, big shot.
Elijah Polis from about 23 feet. It's 5-3. A Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer for Elijah Polis.
Yeah, Railers needed that. About 3 minutes without a basket, and Paulus, the senior, steps up and hits a long three.
Randall, the basketball, goes to Atkinson. Atkinson out front, Nimmers. Double post for Rock Island. Anderson at the free throw line, kicks it out, Randall. Now to Nimmers. Beal moves inside, and Biven nearly had the steal, and strong foul, I think, by Saucy.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of that if Beal throw it up on the bank board and just out-muscle Cook and Saucy underneath and get out of my way, boys, I'm going to go get it again. And that's been a couple offensive rebounds for Beal, and now he's going to go to the line for two.
Peyton Cook with the foul. Baker Beal, 6'5". They list him at 6'5", 235. He's ever won football. And
I'm going to say Iowa State, but that doesn't sound right.
No. Second one by Beal, up and good. It's 6-3, the Rock Island Link. And quickly, Lincoln gets the ball inbounds. Polis working against the Rock Island defense, gets it across to Biven. Biven to Cook out of the corner. 18-footer up, no good. Ball batted around. Nimmer's going to come out of there with it, and Rock Island's got numbers. Here they come down the lane, and Nimmer's going to get called for carrying the ball. We don't see that called, Judge.
Well, and thank goodness, because they had about a 4-on-2 against the Railers, and when they get it out off that rebound, they are gone.
Not sure that was the shot Coach wanted from Peyton Cook that far out. But it's 6-3, the Rock Island lead, 4:32 to go here in the first quarter. Biven, back out front, Polis, Gowan. Aiden Gowan had a nice game against Mount Zion. Saucy, the three-pointer, up and in and out, no good. Rebound, Biven tapped it up, and Atkinson hauls it out of there.
Yeah, everything but right through the net for Saucy there. Good set play, wide open three, just couldn't get it to go.
Atkinson, Randall loaded it up, didn't take it. Back out front, Atkinson. Nimmers not going to get it out of the corner. Back out front, Atkinson. Rock Island being very patient. Randall, 15-footer, up and good. Boy, Jalen Randall has knocked down a couple of nice shots. It's 8-3, the Rock Island lead.
Yeah, and unexpected probably. I don't think he's a guy that they put on the chalkboard to start the game, but boy, I think the Rocks will be happy to get some scoring from him. Nimmers yet to get on the board.
Gowan, right wing, out front, Cookie to Polis. Biven pops out. Biven starts down the lane. Good fake. Layup time. Got it. Good move by Jake Biven.
Yeah, Jake with the pass fake out to the wing. And I can't remember whose man that was. Maybe Gowan's man went to go try to deflect the pass. And Biven with a nice, strong right-handed drive.
Jake had a nice game against Mount Zion as well. Randall kicks it inside Beal. Ball nearly thrown away. And Beal bats it out of bounds.
I need a WLCN pencil sharpener. You got one of those?
No, you want a pen instead?
Yeah.
Here you go.
Thank you.
We have a Top Hat Creamery timeout on the floor. I believe this is the mass timeout. Let's send it back to the station for a 30-second word from one of our sponsors. Folks at Top Hat Creamery, no matter how cold it is, any time is a good time for ice cream. Located at 513 Pulaski Street, across from Gazzardo's in the Arcade Plaza. Josh, down 8-5, but I feel kind of fortunate to be down only 3 at this point.
Yeah, I think with the turnovers Railers have with 3 in the first quarter to go along with probably 4 offensive rebounds. I don't have that. I can only do points and turnovers.
I think you're right about that. I mean, I think they've probably got 4 offensive rebounds.
So, yeah, I think you're lucky right now, only down 3. Big 3 by Paulus from deep and then Biven with the drive. So, the Railers have done a pretty good job on the defensive end. Just, you got to rebound.
In case you're wondering, girls went down to Morton today by 9, 54-45. They were slated to play Peoria Central for the second time at 6 p.m., and we're waiting to see if we can get an update on the scores for it. Peyton Cook with the basketball in front of the Rock Island bench. Out front, Biven. Biven going to go down the lane again. Layup time.
Nice.
Got it. Nice strong move by Jake Biven.
Yeah, Jake wasn't nearly as open that time as he was the first drive, but the strength of Biven able to get that with some contact.
Cam Nelson comes into the basketball game for Lincoln. Aiden Gowan going to take his seat. Nimmers on the right wing. Biven watching him. Out front, Randall. There's Atkinson. Atkinson, the ball on the floor. Barely hit the rim. And looks like Biven came out of there with it. Kicks it back to Polis. Linker motion. Out to Cook. Cookie kicks it out. Bite.
The Railers got to come to the basketball when the sideline out of bounds, and we talked about it. We struggle getting the ball in bounds. A lot of our guys go away from the ball instead of coming back to it. Makes that pass longer, and Atkinson.
Rock Island on the run. Here they come. Randall wisely pulls it out as Lincoln get it.
And Rock Island presents all three of those.
Josh Kyrus into the game. You looked it up and found out where he was going to college at.
Yeah, Indiana State as a tight end. So what a guy you can bring off the bench at 6'7", 245.
And he's every bit of that, folks. Going to FCS Indiana State. Polis out front, Saucy. Saucy looking, gets it to Biven. Biven, Polis, Gowan. Railers run a little weave out front. Almost a travel by Biven. Biven goes down the lane, lays up a 10-footer. Up, no good. Rebound, Roos hauls it out of there.
Yeah, I almost thought that Biven could have taken almost one more dribble and gotten himself a little bit closer, maybe even two to get a layup.
Maybe the extra dribble would have caused the official to think that it wasn't
right.
And make the call. Roos got it on the baseline. Baseball pass out front, Randall. Atkinson, Randall, the long three, up and in and out, no good. And Cook sealed everybody out and got the rebound.
Boy, the lane is not near as full when Beal's not in there.
No. Polis to Biven. Cook going to take it down the lane himself. Got bumped by Roos. Out to Gowan. Gowan long three. Back to the iron. No good. Rebound. Railers fight for it and knock it out of bounds.
Yeah, good hustle though by Biven and Cook, both going for the rebound. Battled off Kai Rios also, but the ref said off the Railers. But you like two guys going after the rebound.
Doing a better job this quarter with the turnovers and rebounding the defensive end, John.
Yeah, and we've ran more sets already, I think, as a half that we have so far this season. Usually we see a lot of dribble handoffs and the motion, but Coach, especially when you play somebody that you're not or is not accustomed to you get a chance to run a few more sets.
Randall, basketball out front to Anderson. Anderson going to try and take it down the lane. Gowan bats it away. Randall in the corner. Randall the basketball. Out front, Atkinson. Count on by the referee, now broken. Randall tried to throw it inside, got it inside to Akers. He laid it up and in after bobbling it slightly.
Yeah, we've not played a team that gives the Railers this many fits from different positions. They've got they've got Anderson who can get there, and the big boy Beal underneath.
Biven, good cut by Polis. Kicks it out. Saucy, three on the way. Got it.
Oh, big one.
Chris Coyne, State Farm, three for Tyler Saucy, and it's 14-13. The Lincoln deficit is 1. 4:15 to go here in the quarter. Anderson will walk it across the timeline to Randall. Randall in front of Coach Al. Out front, Atkinson.
The Railers done a good job here in the quarter. Jay only giving up 2 so far in 4 minutes.
Randall goes cross court to Anderson. Anderson, Atkinson, Randall. Again, the cross court pass to Anderson, and Railers all over him. Now he throws it, nearly picked off there. Randall hop step down the lane, 18-foot or 15-foot turnaround up.
Good defense, Railers.
Rebound, Saucy.
Yeah, both Biven and Gowan over there did an excellent job on Randall.
Now Polis will bring it back across the timeline. Polis the basketball to Biven. Biven goes Cookie. Cookie looking for the cutter.
Too late.
Has Polis in the corner. 3 on the way up, no good. And Randall hauls down the rebound. And here comes Rocky in a hurry. Randall and Gowan going at each other out front. Now Lincoln gets back on defense.
We have 2 very quick guards.
Roos at the free throw line didn't take it. There's Randall. He'll take the 3 up, no good. Rebound. Polis lost it out of bounds. It'll stay Rock Island basketball. And Coach wanted that rebound.
Yeah, and then you just can't give these guys extra opportunities. I think the Railers offensively are getting very good looks. We just haven't been able to shoot the ball very well.
Another Top Hat Creamery timeout here at Rocky Fieldhouse. Let's send it back to the station for a 30-second word from one of our fine sponsors. Pulaski Auction Service, phone 217-519-3959, one of our billboard sponsors, as is Top Hat Creamery. Anytime is a good time for ice cream. Top Hat Creamery at 513 Pulaski Street, across from Gazzardo's in the Arcade Plaza. Worth & Associates Realtors, honest carrying realtors serving Logan County since 1974. They're 217-735-3411 or worthrealtors.com. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Josh, the second quarter is going a little bit better than what the first quarter did.
Well, you're right. We've gotten great looks. We haven't turned the ball over and doing a better job of rebounding now that Beal is taking a break. So that has helped the Railers. And again, I think we're getting more comfortable with that size that Rock Island possesses. Another turnover there for Rock Island as Paulus grabs it on the tip away from Saucy.
Turnover goes to Lincoln. Chance to take the lead. In the corner, Nelly. Nelly goes inside. Cook, good pass up, no good. Rebound, Gowan got up there for it, and Rocky goes out of bounds with the ball. Randall went out of bounds with it.
Man, another missed opportunity for the Railers as we get it point blank, and Cook can't get it to go. Another great call by Coach and a great set ran. Good screen.
There's the play inbound. Paulus going to kick it back out. Got in the trees. Saucy, the long three out front. No good. Rebound. Ball batted up in the air, and Anderson comes out of there with it.
Railers just cold from three.
Randall in the backcourt against the Lincoln pressures. Now across the timeline. Randall go out front. Nimmers back in the basketball game as Beal gets set to check back in. Nimmers looking inside, goes out front. Anderson, long pass in the corners. Akers, the three up and good.
Yeah, he sealed Saucy underneath. Kai Rios sealed Saucy. It was almost like a box out. It wasn't a screen. It was a box out on the low block, and that left him wide open.
Termel Akers hits a three out of the corner. It's 17-13 Rocky with 2 minutes to go in a basketball game, or 2 minutes to go in the half.
Yeah, Akers with all 5 of the Rocks points here in the second quarter.
In the corner, Nelson back out front. Saucy, Gowan, Cook. Now to Polis. Around the circle they go. Back out front, Saucy going to take it down the lane himself. Layup time. Left-handed. Good move by Tyler Saucy. Couldn't get the layup to go, and Rock Island with the rebound.
Yeah, and we've gotten great looks. I thought the second quarter we've gotten really good looks from the perimeter. We've gotten good drives, and the Railers just stone cold from the field.
Akers, the basketball, goes in the lane. Thought he might have traveled. Lays it up and good.
Just 7 for Akers now in the quarter. All 7 for the Rocks goes to Akers, and that was basically a 2-dribble drive and got right to the front of the rim.
19-13, the Rock Island lead. Out front, Polis to Gowan. Saucy. Nelson, three on the way. Up, no good. Back of the iron. Ball skied. And out of bounds goes Rock Island way. Gowan looked like he might have got a hand on it there. Substitution, Drew Hayes in the basketball game for Lincoln.
Yeah, 19-13, a minute 11 left here in the first half. The Railers need a big stop here. If we can get it to, 4-3, something like that before half will be big. But Beal back in, and he's always a problem on the boards.
Josh, I have to imagine we don't know what all of their scoring's been this year, but I would imagine that if you're Mark Polite, you're very pleased you've got a lot of scoring out of people other than Nimmers and Anderson.
Yeah, Nimmers with 23 points a game, and the Railers have done a good job of finding him. But it's you look at a guy that scores 23 a game and you think he forces a bunch of shots. He hasn't done that.
No.
Very well coached by the Rocks, and looks like they will be just fine with holding it here. Railers with, and you look up at the scoreboard, Jay, and there's been 1 foul in the first half.
And Nelson just committed Lincoln's first foul, going out and bumping Randall out about 35 feet from the basket. 19-13, the Rock Island lead.
You have
35 seconds to go.
You don't have any foul trouble here, so you can kind of play that foul game where it gets closer and foul. Make them take it out, reset until you get a little closer to that into the second quarter.
Lincoln pulling their defense out just a little bit more. Gowan going at it with Atkinson, and a backcourt violation on Rock Island. Atkinson touched it last, went in the backcourt and got the basketball. And boy, Mark Polite's not happy about that call.
No, he's way out on the court. So it looks like the Railers are going to get their chance. Hopefully a 6-point deficit right now. If we can cut that thing to 3 or 4, it'll be huge here.
Just under 20 seconds to go here in the half. Paulus out front. Nimmers on him. Lincoln sets their offense out to Cookie. Cook with Beal on him. Goes to Biven. Biven down the lane. Going to try the layup again. Didn't get it. Gets his own board. Stay with it, Jake. Up and no good. Partially blocked. Cook got the rebound. Up and good. Great rebound by Peyton Cook. Way to stay with it, Peyton Cook. And it's 19-15. The Rock Island lead at halftime. And the Rock Island coaching staff is letting the officials have it as we go to half. So Lincoln down 4 at the half. We'll be back in 2 minutes with the Grau Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic halftime show. You're listening to Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM. Back at Rock Island High School, where Lincoln is down 4, 19-15 at halftime. Josh is totaling up the scoring, and he'll have it here in just a minute. But Josh, I think we're fortunate to be down just 4.
You're right, and I thought the Railers have had great looks in the second quarter and just could not get the ball to go into the net. And we've had plenty of opportunities to extend this lead, and we just haven't been able to get the shots to go down. But I think Coach is real pleased with the looks we've got. They weren't forced; they were open. We've missed some layups, contested layups. I thought Saucy had a nice drive with a contested layup, but you're going to be contested with this Rocks team. They're big and athletic underneath.
And you can't say, Josh, that we haven't been aggressive on offense. We've taken the ball to the basket. We've shot the basketball from the outside. Unfortunately, we just haven't shot it very well. That's part of the problem.
Well, once we started to handle the ball a little bit more cleanly, we got better looks. And I don't think this pressure defense has bothered the Railers from about midway through the first quarter on here to halftime. And we just got to knock some shots down.
Baker Beal is a ton inside, Josh. That kid is just a ton. He's got 5 points. I'll bet he's got just as many rebounds, too.
Yeah, he's going to be a problem all night long, and thank goodness he took a rest for about 6 minutes, because that's when the Railers went on their run, and that run was an 8-3 run in the second quarter. The Railer defense, Jay, very, very stingy and tough, again, as it always has been this season, giving the Rocks only 3 points in that second quarter. We'll run through the scoring. They were led by Akers. Akers, all 7 of his points in the second quarter. He had a 3, along with a couple deuces. 5 points apiece for Randall and also Atkinson, and their leading scorer, Nimmers, with 2 also. The Railers, nice balanced scoring. Not a lot of it, but pretty balanced. 5 for Cook, 4 for Biven, and 3 apiece for Saucy and Paulus. Again, the Railers here at halftime down 19-15. We're back here from the Grau Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Both teams have yet to return to the floor here at Rocky Fieldhouse, where the score is Rock Island 19, Lincoln 15. Girls apparently lost both ends of a doubleheader today, going down to Morton 54-45 earlier today, and then losing to Peoria Central 52-44. I think that's about a 4-game losing streak for the girls.
Tough
right now,
doubleheader today.
Yeah, very tough. Both ranked teams.
Yeah.
Both very good basketball teams. Girls return home Monday night, and I believe, Lloyd, we will have that game here on WLCN FM 96.3.
Had a Rock faithful who remembers the Duncan Reed days here from Rock Island had a question for you.
Yeah, I was wondering what relation Peyton Cook was to the other members of the Cook family. Of course, Peyton is Christina's son. That would make him Joyce's grandson and Norm's grandson and Brian's nephew.
Yeah, he wanted to know all of it too. He knew what he was talking about.
Speaking of legacies, got to give a shout out to Kelly Nelson Croakey. Kelly was watching the other night when we were doing the broadcast from Bloomington. Kelly lives up in Towanda, and she is the aunt of Camden Nelson and Jeff Nelson's sister. Josh, we've got a busy week coming up here.
Next couple weeks.
Oh man, it's the girls game. I got the girls game Monday night. Then Tuesday night we got a home game against Normal West, and I presume it will be voice of the Railers Kirby and you Tuesday night against Normal West at home. And then we have Thursday night for the boys at Mattoon. That'll be an interesting basketball game, especially with Mattoon's big kid. Then we go to Eisenhower on Saturday night, and then we go back on the road again on Monday for the makeup game, January 31st at Effingham. It's going to be a busy next couple of weeks for all of us.
We put some tread on the road.
That's right. We need to get the WLCN helicopter out. Lloyd, get that thing warmed up so we can get on the road with it.
Yeah, you're going to have to make sure during the day that you don't talk, so you can save that voice for a bunch of basketball in the next couple weeks. Because I think, remember, Coach Al in the one of the post games, basically from here on out, we're 3 games a week, and that's tough on us. Commentators.
Speaking of Coach, Josh, Coach has talked, and it's almost, it's a little unnerving when Coach in the post-game show of last 3 or 4 games has talked about our team getting outplayed. But I don't think he can say that right now, at least at halftime here. I don't really know that we've gotten outplayed. Yeah, we've missed some shots, but we've shown a lot of intensity, a lot of guts, and a lot of focus down here, especially that last rebound by Cook, fighting in there for that rebound and getting it back up and in.
Yeah, you're right. Bivin was right there with he shot it, followed his shot, got a hand on it, got it back up, missed it. Cook went up for a rebound, and I think if the Railers battle that hard early on in the game on the defensive end on the rebounds, we may be up 15-10 right now, because it's been Beal underneath who's got 5 points, all of those on basically putbacks underneath the basket. So the Railers sure up the rebounding, and you got to think that the Railers are going to shoot the ball a little bit better than they did in the first half.
Especially with the look, if we continue to get the looks that we're getting, and we've gotten some layups going at the basket, you would think at some point, with as physical as they are, we're going to get buckets or start drawing some fouls, and we haven't gotten it. They don't have a foul yet, which is kind of surprising going in here.
Well, and the thing is, we've been able to run a lot of sets, and those sets are ran also in practice to keep that consistency with your shooting, so the Railers know exactly where we're going to get the shot. There's the ones they practice in a game, but of course, different atmosphere. You talked about it early on. The Railers yet to lose on the road, neutral site in Collinsville and 2 at home, and it's a little bit different of a background here. You've got a lot of room. There's stands behind each basket, so it's a little bit different view, and sometimes it does take some getting used to. I know for myself, the bowl was always an awful place for me to shoot. You just had it was different. There was a lot of room back there. There were bleachers behind it. It wasn't your normal high school gymnasium where there's a wall 20, 15 feet, whatever it is, behind the basket. Now, the Railer, the guys are looking a little bit something different.
But, we've talked about that too. Glenwood's got a smaller gym, and that's a tough place to shoot in, partially because of the rims.
Yeah, and that this seems to be okay here. The Railer sophomores shot it well.
Yes, they did.
They were big winners tonight, 54-25.
All right, here we go. Start of the second half. Come on, folks. Start yelling at the TV. Start yelling at the radio. Nimmers goes down the lane against the Lincoln defense. Cook with the great block. And Lincoln, the basketball. Saucy pulls it out of there. Great defense by Peyton Cook. Polis, the basketball is Saucy across the timeline. Left corner corner, Cook. Out front, Polis. Polis to Gowan. Railer starters back on the floor. Saucy, and now we go back into the motion offense out front. Polis lost the basketball momentarily. Kicks it back to Biven. Biven out front, Polis. Resets everything. In the corner, Saucy. Saucy, Biven. Biven. Gowan. Gowan looking for the open lane. Kicks it out, Saucy. 3 on the way. Left side up. No good. And the ball out to Anderson. A little bit short.
Yeah, never had a chance. Too much of a line drive. Not enough arch on that one.
Atkinson, the basketball, now trapped by the Railers. Back out front, Randall. Randall, Anderson to Atkinson. Atkinson, Nimmers. There's Randall. He did a lot of damage in the first half with his shooting. Goes inside Anderson. Anderson up against the Lincoln defense, and he counted the basket. The referee counted the basket. Looks like maybe that one should have been on the floor.
Well, it was way before the shot.
Foul against Tyler Saucy.
Even close.
Foul against Tyler Saucy. His first count to basket is 21-15. Anderson with the reverse layup. Free throw up. Back of the iron. No good. Rebound. Battle for Beal the basketball. And Gowan tied him up. And how Gowan didn't get thrown up in the air, because Gowan's probably given away 70 pounds to Beal.
At least. And Gowan staying right in there with the big guy Beal. But I thought Beal just shoved Cook right underneath the hoop.
Beal likes to clear people out, that's for sure. But Gowan, credit him with the intensity and way sticking there with the basketball. There's the cutter, looking underneath. Biven too far under the basket, got it up anyway. Good move by Jake Biven to get the basket.
Tough
underneath
pass.
The board. Yes,
tough pass too, and probably even a tougher catch. There was no opening there, and Biven stuck the paw out, got it up there, and then did a nice job of finishing underneath.
Randall, Anderson, Atkinson, the long 3, got it. Atkinson with the 3. 24-17 to Rock Island leads. 6 1/4 here in the third quarter. Polis out front, Saucy. Saucy kicks to Gowan. Gowan, 15-footer up and no good. Back of the iron. Rebound. Saucy almost had it. Give it to Anderson. Anderson to Randall. Randall quickly up the floor to Nimmers. Nimmers traveled with the basketball. Saucy will have it on the turnover in the Polis. 6:07 to go here in the third quarter. Lincoln down 7. Polis the basketball. Polis, Biven. Biven out front, Polis. Polis, and Saucy kind of faked him out there. And turnover goes to Rock Island. Josh, we looked a little confused there on offense.
Yeah, and you don't see that very often, especially when Coach calls one of our sets. They're ran so often in practice, they're repeated so many times that they don't normally, you don't normally find them out of position.
Randall to Anderson. Josh, Rock Island doesn't show any propensity. They're very patient. They don't show any propensity to get up and down the floor right now.
No.
Gowan's going to get called for the foul out.
No, only when they rebound they look to really get out. But when they get in the half court, they're very patient. They look for their strengths, which are Beal inside, and I'm sure Nimmers is a guy that can get it from going from the outside. He just hasn't tonight.
24-17. We're down 7. Ball knocked out of bounds, and they're going to say it went off of Gowan. And I don't know if I agree with that one. It looked like Atkinson dribbled that one off of his own foot. Stays with Rock Island.
2 calls.
Rock Island out front into Nimmers. Nimmers, 8-footer in the lane, up and good. Nimmers gets his first point.
Think about the calls. Have been 4 points now. The shove underneath shouldn't have counted because of the early foul, and then a dribble off of Rock Island goes out of bounds, and they get 2 points. So it's a 4-point swing there.
A 30-second Top Hat Creamery timeout taken by Neil Alexander. Josh, let's go ahead and keep it right here. And he's been barking at the officials out there. I don't blame him. He's not happy, and there's one official right out here in front of our bench. He's letting have it.
Yeah, he's telling them it was right in front of him, and Gowan not even. I mean, Gowan was close to him, yes, but he clearly dribbled it right off of his leg, and we could easily see that from here.
Well, Lincoln back out on the floor, and there's that stare from Coach Al. 5:14 to go here in quarter number 3. We are down 9 points. Josh, we're going to need a bucket here pretty quick because we can't get down that far. We just don't have the firepower to come back.
Yeah, and then the Railers need to, as you said, need it now here and really last possession we were out of sorts. We'll see if we can't clean it up here.
The other thing, Rock Island's been very patient with the basketball, and they look to handle the basketball pretty well, too. Gowan goes inside Cook. Cook going to try and go up against Steve. Nope. Out Saucy. Saucy, three on the way. Got it. A Chris Coyne State Farm three. Big bucket from Tyler Saucy.
Yeah, Tyler has, in the past previous games here, when the Railers have needed a basket, he's been able to step up and knock down a big three.
That's 6 for Tyler. 26-20, the Rock Island lead. 4:51 to go here in the third quarter. Nimmers, Atkinson in the corner, Beal back out front, Randall, little stutter step, got it down the lane, up, no good. Rebound, Biven. Good defense by Lincoln, and good rebounding position by Jake Biven on the air ball. Polis, Saucy to Polis. Now they go man-to-man. Into Cook. Cook at the free throw line. Goes to Gowan. Gowan faked the three. Kicks it back out Polis.
The length of Atkinson just bothering Gowan just a little bit.
Cook spin move on Beal. Cook's going to get the foul on Beal, or maybe it was Randall going to the basket.
Wow, there we're going to get our payback for the two shots down here or the foul. This guy's going to give us a shooting foul here, which I thought Cook got fouled way out and before the shot.
He did, and the foul goes against Randall. Jalen Randall, that is his first foul, and believe it or not, that's the first team foul on Rocky of either half. Peyton Cook, the free throw up and good. Gives 6 points to Peyton Cook. So three guys on the Lincoln scoreboard with 6. Saucy, Biven, and Cook.
Bunch of fives on the side for Rock Island.
Yes, their scoring's very spread out. Nice. Cookie gets the second one.
Yeah, big hoop there for the Railers and puts us back within 4.
Lincoln cuts it to 4. Rocky still in the backcourt. Atkinson to Randall. Lob pass to Nimmers, no, and that was a broken play. Polis will pick up the basketball off the board, and Lincoln's got a chance to cut it to 2 or even 1. Polis, Cookie. Look corner, Saucy out front, Biven. Jake going to take it down the lane, layup time coming, yes. Got it, and to harm, and the Lincoln crowd and the bench explode. Jake Biven with the strong move. That's 8 for Biven.
Almost a clear out play for Jake as he catches it coming from the lane, catches it about the top of the key, and then drives right, and he's got Gowan to his right, so if Gowan's man comes in, he can kick it to Gowan for a 3. If he doesn't, Jake with a little fake pass to Gowan, his man stays out on Gowan to go get the pass. Jake finishes up with a layup and it gets fouled.
Top Hat Creamery timeout taken by Rock Island. Let's go ahead and keep it right here. Lead 26-24 for Rock Island right now. At halftime, it was 19-15, so we've outscored them, 9-7 to start the second half?
Yeah, and it really was all their Rock Island to start the third quarter when they got us up, 26-17, I think it was. 9-point deficit, we came back.
And we talked about this earlier. You mentioned this earlier. We've talked about this, Josh. We're still getting good looks at the basket. Some of these shots are starting to fall.
Well, a big 3 by Saucy that got us going a little bit, and then Biven with a couple baskets here in the third quarter that has got us back in. You know, what a nice comeback here. You're down 26-17, third quarter on the road. All the things that can go wrong, and the Railers are there to respond.
We want to thank our streaming live video sponsors. We want to thank our cameraman, too. Our on-site producer, engineer, the director of marketing at WLCN, Mr. Lloyd Kirby, who does a great job with the camera. Sal Polis, financial advisor with Edward Jones, located at 1400 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Call Sal, 217-732-4001 for all your financial advising needs. Town & Country Bank, a proud sponsor of Lincoln Railer basketball. And Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk in Lincoln. Call the professionals at Me Realty or go to merealty.com. Jake Biven to shoot the free throw here and maybe cut this to a 1-point lead. Number 24 at the free throw line. Eyes it up and got it.
Yeah, Railers 3 of 3 on the night from the free throw line. Not very many, but when we've gotten there, we've made them count. Biven with 9 now.
3:48 to go here in the third quarter. Rock Island with a 1-point lead. Randall, the basketball out front. Lincoln picking up the defense just a little bit. Goes inside Nimmers. 8-footer in the lane. Got it.
Yeah, you got to think he's going to start to take over. Give Nimmers now just 4 on the night, and he averages 23. And you got to think that senior's going to start picking it up.
Polis, Cook against Beal. Goes Biven. Biven kick in the corner. Gowan 3 on the way. No. Good. Ball batted around. And here comes Nimmers. He got it on the long rebound. Here he comes down the lane. Up and good. And got it. And the foul on Gowan.
Boy, Nimmers, when he gets out in that open court and strong and athletic and took the bump there and was able to finish. So this got a chance to be 5 straight for Nimmers.
Rock Island quickly back up 5, 30-25 their lead. 3:16 to go here in the quarter. Jake Biven looks like he's going to take his seat. Cammie Nelson coming in the basketball game. Looks like Jake's got a problem with a contact lens.
Yeah, contacts or got hit in the mouth or something. Yeah, looks like he's got something in his hand.
So Nimmers goes to the free throw line for the Rocks. Up and got it. Nimmers has got 7 on the evening.
Yeah.
Well below his usual average.
5 in the quarter here.
Polis, Sassi, Gowan. Polis lost the basketball, got it back, and threw it behind Sassi, who was cutting on the baseline.
Yeah, and I think sometimes Elijah tries to get going a little too fast there, and you saw him, which he normally doesn't do, very, very sure-handed for the Railers, but on those handoffs, he's fumbled a couple, and then he's fumbled and then trying to get rid of it right away. So costly turnover there for the Railers. Down 6 here, time for a big stop.
Randall the basketball against Gowan. Again, Lincoln moving the pressure a little bit more out front. Nimmers, 3 on the way, got it. Amarian Nimmers with 10 points. 8 here in the third quarter. 34-25 the Rock Island lead. It's back up to 9, just like that. Polis the basketball against Nimmers, goes to Cook. Lincoln needs a basket here. Out front, Gowan, Polis, inside Cook. Cook lost the basketball, and I think he got pushed in the back by Anderson.
Yeah, Nimmers starting to take over as we kind of expected here. When the going gets tough for the Rocks, they look for Nimmers to go, and he's got 2, 4, 7, 8 and a quarter to push this lead to 9 for Rock Island.
Nelly goes inbounds Polis out front, Gowan right wing, Sassi against Akers. Nelson back out front, Gowan, Polis, Nelson. Railers work around the arc. Out front, Gowan, Cook. Cook starts down the lane, kicks it back out, Nelson back to Sassi. Oh, almost stolen by Nimmers, and Nimmers going to get nailed for the foul on Polis.
Boy, when Biven goes out, you really miss that guy that you kind of count on to try to get to that lane. I think Polis has got to pick that up where he's got to try and fight his way to get into that middle of the lane. Good things happen when you penetrate and get into the lane, and right now we're struggling finding that guy.
Sassi back out front, Nelson to Polis. And you talk about Polis. Polis is another guy. He's a big, strong kid. He can get to the rim with right or the left hand. There's Polis, left wing, looking inside Cook. Cook having a battle inside with Anderson. Out front, Nelson. Sassi faked the 3, drives around Akers, 10-footer off the baseline, good. Tyler Sassi, that was a nice move off the baseline, Josh.
Yeah, a little pull up from the baseline, and Tyler pump fake, and that's always tough when you pump fake and then you're able to shoot it, but had 2 guys on him, and big basket there by Tyler, and looks like Biven will check back in for Gowan now. 34-27, a minute 46 left here in the third. Hayes now for Saucy.
Cam Nelson on the foul. That's his first. The team's 4th of the second half. Fouls tied at 4. Lincoln down 7. Rocky still in the backcourt. Very patient basketball team, very disciplined.
Yeah.
Oh, and Nimmers in the corner. Nope, missed a 3. Shot it over his man, right up over him, and rebound to Biven. Now Polis. Lincoln needs a basket here. 1:25 to go here in the third quarter. Polis to Nelson, to Cook. Polis. Here comes Biven on the pop out. Biven goes down the lane, got trapped in, goes back out Polis. Biven. Baseline Cook. Cook looks to take his man. Cook looking, back out front to Polis. Hayes, Nelson tried to load up the 3, kicks it in the corner, Biven to Nelson, and a Chris Coyne State Farm 3 for Cam Nelson. That one was huge. 34-30, the Rock Island lead. 54 seconds to go.
All spurred by the little bit of penetration by Biven. Just got a couple dribbles toward that basket, and Nelson's man helped out a little bit, and a nice kick.
Baseline, Akers tried to throw it back in, and Polis stepped in the passing lane and grabbed it. Good by Elijah Polis. Good move on defense there. Lincoln has possession, the possession arrow, with 33 seconds to go, and the ball thrown away. Here comes Akers. Akers with the slam home, and that'll bring the Rock Island crowd to their feet. Hayes to Polis. 23 seconds to go. Lincoln down 36-30. We do have the possession arrow. Polis to Cook. Cook out front, 25 feet from the basket to Polis. Rock Island stepping their defense up just a little bit, and the foul's going to go against Nimmers.
Yeah, 5 team fouls now on Rock Island, so which is good for the Railers. Getting closer to that bonus anywheres where we can hopefully have that in the fourth quarter. 4 team fouls on the Railers. 11-3 left here in the third. Railers down 36-30. Now it's like Rock Island will go zone. Not a lot of time here.
Rock Island sets up in a 1-3-1 zone. Polis out front against Akers. Nelson long three at the volleyball line. Oh, and Cook went up to grab it. Didn't get it. 36-30, the Rock Island lead at the end of 3. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Folks at home, we need you rooting at home for the Railers. Nice crowd made the way up here from Lincoln. Railers are playing really hard tonight, Josh, and we've had a few mistakes and probably a few critical mistakes there in the third quarter. Fortunate to be down only 6 at this point.
Yeah, we have, and we made some big stops. We've also got some big baskets on our end, so there's going to be a lot of that. Nimmers, I think, is going to try to take over for the Rocks, so the Railers have to make sure they know where he's at, but also continue to get good shots and see if he can't get Biven going to the basket a little bit more. It seems like we've had a lot of success when he's either gotten to the basket and scored himself, or he's been able to kick it out to a shooter as he did Nelson just a few possessions ago and knocked down that big 3.
Rock Island the basketball to start the fourth quarter. Josh, it'd be nice to get that 6-team foul on the Rocks and get us into the bonus here in the fourth quarter. Randall to Atkinson. Atkinson goes baseline Anderson. Back out front Atkinson to Randall. Atkinson.
19-point third quarter for Rock Island.
Inside Akers threw the shot up, no good.
15 for the Railers. So, 4-point advantage in the third for Rock Island, but a nice points for the Railers. A lot of points, 15.
Nelson, Sassi out front, Polis. Biven to Nelson. Nelson drives in, nearly threw the ball away. Did throw the ball away. Akers will pick it up. On the turnover, Rock Island the basketball. 7:17 to go, a 6-point lead for the Rocks. Nimmers in the corner, had a wide open lane to the basket, didn't take it. Inside Anderson. Anderson out front, Nimmers. Nimmers going to drive through the Railer defense, throws it up, no good, and drew the foul. You're right, Josh. You can kind of sense that Marion Nimmers is probably going to try and take over the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you've seen a few more shot attempts for him in the third quarter. He's kind of silent in the first half, and the young man that averages 23 a game for Rock Island is going to do everything he can to get this W for the Rocks.
The only player in double figures so far, and Nimmers sweet from the free throw line, nailed nothing but the bottom of the net. Foul was on Peyton Cook, just his second. 15 foul on the Rail Splitters. Fouls tied at 5.
I think our cameraman thinks the Railers should have got that coming out of the half, coming out of the fourth.
And Nimmers nails both free throws, 38-30, the Rock Island lead. We're down 8. And Nimmers with 12. In the corner, Biven. Biven, good pass inside to Cook. Cook, a good post up and lays it up and in. 38-32. Peyton Cook with 9.
That play works pretty well, doesn't it, Jay? It works about 2 or 3 times a game.
Nimmers down the lane against the Lincoln defense. Throws it up, didn't get it. Akers got the rebound, and Akers goes up and gets fouled. And he's going to go to the line with 2. Josh, we talked about that. Letting them get up there on the offensive glass. They were able to get that offensive rebound.
Now, Akers was good in the first half with 7. He had 2 in the third there. So a guy that's been all over the boards. Beal still on the bench. Not sure what they're doing over there because he takes some long rests.
Akers misses the first one. 38-32, the Lincoln lead. Think miss, folks. Yeah, you didn't think hard enough. He made it 39-32. That's 10 for Akers. They've got 2 in double figures. As Polis will bring the basketball up with 6.5 to go in the basketball game. Cook out front, Biven kick in the corner. Nelson, 3 on the way. No good, short. And Randall, who fell on the floor laying there, picked it up. Randall quickly up the floor for Rock Island. Now going to pull it out.
Yeah, good look there by Nelson, too, in a spot where he likes it, in the corners. And Biven, again, with the penetration kick out.
Into Akers, and they lost the basketball on the turnover. Lincoln picks it up. Josh, we need to start capitalizing on some of these turnovers.
Yeah,
quickly ahead to Nelson. Another three on the way. I thought he got fouled. He got knocked into the Lincoln bench. No call. Cook the rebound. Long rebound. Cook out left wing. Three up. No good. Rebound. Nimmers lost it. Randall picks it up in the backcourt.
Boy, a couple good opportunities there. Nelson with a three. Cook with a three that were pretty good looks. And again, if you want to come back against this team, you've got to get some of those to go down.
Atkinson and Randall playing catch with it right now out front as Rock Island spreads the floor just a little bit. They run a double post inside to Anderson. Anderson in the lane, goes down the lane, throws it up, no good. Cook, I think, may get nailed on the foul.
Yeah, and when they catch it there, I think some of our guys just got to go straight up. I think they're really trying to just throw it up there and maybe go get it again. And every time there's some guys in green trying to shot block, and then it's a foul or in bad position to rebound after that. I think if you could just go straight up, I think they'll miss and you'll get a chance to rebound.
Anderson nails the first free throw as Beal comes back into the game for Akers.
All the points from the free throw line here in the fourth quarter for the Rocks. They're 4 of 6. Now
Second
4 of 7.
Up, no good. Rebound, Saucy strong with the rebound. Again, Lincoln down 8. Need a basket here, probably in a little bit of a hurry. In the corner, Biven. Biven, good play into Cook. Up, good, and the harm.
Why not run it again?
Peyton Cook. Lincoln running that play almost to perfection tonight, Josh.
Yeah, just keep running it until they stop it.
11 for Peyton Cook. And the foul is on Beal himself, and believe it or not, that's Beal's first foul, but that one will put us into the bonus here in the fourth quarter as well. Peyton Cook, the junior, to the free throw line, up and got it. Nothing but bottom of the net. 40-35, the Rock Island lead.
Yeah, give Cookie 12 on the night, and big basket, big three-point play for the Railers.
Rock Island still in the backcourt. Now across the timeline is Anderson against the Lincoln pressure. Out to Atkinson. Atkinson, Anderson. 5:10 to go here in the fourth quarter. Randall, Atkinson. Atkinson to Nimmers. Randall goes inside Beal. Beal kicks it back out. Atkinson sets up for a three and got it.
Yeah, that's where they've just got so many weapons on the court. They can go in, and great look by Beal. Man, he's big and he's very athletic, and you can tell he's played some basketball for a while.
Cook out front, Polis almost knocked away to Gowan. Saucy back out front, Polis. Polis to Cook. Cook, Saucy, Polis. Elijah out at the volleyball line, goes left side Cook. Cook looks inside, back out Biven. Biven out to Gowan. Gowan going to launch the long three, up and no good, air ball.
Yeah,
and Atkinson hauls it out of there.
It was a tough pass from Biven too, and wasn't a great pass. So it's really tough to receive a bad pass and then try to shoot it.
Give credit to Rock Island. They did a good job of running their offense against the Lincoln defense last possession.
Yeah, they're going to try to get it to Beal or 24 Anderson underneath and then work from inside out.
4:02 to go here in the basketball game. Rock Island up 8. Both teams in the bonus. Out front, Nimmers, Randall against Biven. Randall bounce pass Atkinson. Atkinson going to drive baseline. Got fouled on the floor, I believe, by Saucy.
Yeah, and that'll be bonus time for the Rocks.
Foul is on Tyler Saucy, and that is his second as I've got it. And they've got him for 3 on the scoreboard. So I missed one somewhere. 3 on Tyler Saucy. Timeout, a Top Hat Creamery timeout on the floor. Let's go ahead and send it back to the station for a 30-second word from one of our sponsors. You're listening to Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM. 43-35, the Rock Island lead. Jay Harden, Josh Comnick back here at Rocky Fieldhouse. Again, Lincoln down 8, both teams in the bonus. Peyton Cook in double figures with 12. Jake Biven has 9 for them. Their big gun, Amarian Nimmers, has 12. Josh, for the most part, we've done a pretty good job on him defensively. He kind of took over there in the third quarter.
Yeah, and good players do that, but they just got, we talked about earlier, they got so many weapons. Beal underneath is good, and I've been really impressed with Anderson and Atkinson themselves, and then you throw Nimmers in there, and holy cow, I got to cover 4 or 5 guys here. And we've seen guys, or we've had teams where, you've got 4 or 5 guys or 3 or 4 guys that can score on the court, and man, it just becomes really tough to guard.
They're long, they're quick, they're athletic. They've got strength inside in the post. They've got guys who can shoot it from outside. This is a tough team to play.
Well, they know what to do with the ball too.
Very disciplined.
Yeah,
yes.
they've gone to Beal and they've worked themselves from inside to out, and they're well schooled on what they're supposed to do.
Atkinson rolls the first free throw home, 44-35, the Rock Island lead. Again, 3:47 to go here in a basketball game.
Atkinson with 9, a free throw give him double digits, and good.
Polis, the basketball. Don't forget the boys play at Mattoon. That Mattoon game is a Friday night game. Another game this week against Normal West. The girls play Monday night. Out front, Saucy, the basketball. Gowan, Polis. Polis going to drive it to Saucy. Saucy, 15-foot pull-up, up and got it. Good shot by Tyler Saucy.
You're right.
Tyler Saucy, give him 10.
Saucy with double figures and a big basketball. He's right when we needed one. He's been the guy to give it to us. So the Raiders got to get some stops here. Not plenty of time here. Just down 8, 3 minutes and 10 seconds now.
45-37. The Rock Island lead is 8. 3:04 to go here in the basketball game. Out front, Nimmers looking inside Beal. They go inside to Beal. Beal muscles down the lane, kicks it back out to Randall.
Yeah, the problem is they can spread you out and really make you try to cover.
In the corner, Nimmers, a wide open look, and he drains the three. 48-37. Rocky up 11. Polis, Cook. Goes Saucy. Saucy corner Nelson. Loaded up the 3, but there was Atkinson right there. Boy, Josh, their length will stop a lot of our shooters.
Yeah, I mean, he can run with high hands out, and like you said,
Cook got the basketball in a good place, goes for the layup and missed it. Rock Island quickly the other way. Here comes Nimmers, uncontested down the lane, lays it up and in. 50-37, the Rock Island lead. 2:13 to go here in the basketball game. Polis. Right wing, Gowan back out front, Polis, long 3 out front, short, front of the iron, bounced around, and the rebound goes to Anderson to Randall. And Randall bumped by Polis, no call. Atkinson 3, got it.
Boy, that escalated in a hurry, didn't it?
Sure, they can put points on the board very quick, Josh. 53-37, the Rock Island lead is 16. Gowan. Out front, Saucy to Polis, nearly knocked away. Polis grabs it back. Polis down the lane, running one-hander up, no good. Cook goes up for the rebound, back up and good. Peyton Cook still fighting in there, and a quick timeout taken by Lincoln. 14 for Peyton Cook, 53-39, the Lincoln lead. Looks like it's going to be a full timeout. Let's go ahead and keep it right here. Reminds you of our billboard sponsors, Heartland Community College, Lincoln's Community College. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. If you need more incentive to go to Heartland, hey, our cameraman Lloyd Kirby is a professor at Heartland of Math. Top Hat Creamery stopped by before or after the game for a sweet treat in Lincoln's Arcade Building. Mike Mosky Auction Service, 217-519-3959, Chicago Street Rentals. One of our fine sponsors, and our streaming live video sponsors, Sal Polis, Town & Country Bank, and Me Realty. Yeah,
Railers have to pull up the little more pressure here. Down 14 with 1:29.
Bethany Rademacher's got the game on her big screen. Looks like one of her kids is playing basketball in the family room at the same time. Junior Railers getting their start. Out front. Looks like Rock Island may pull this one out and go for easy buckets. Now Beal has the ball on the floor, and Gowan picks it out of there. Quickly to Polis. And Greg Alexander saying, go, go, go. Polis, Gowan, Saucy drives inside, 18-footer, short, no good. Rebound, Saucy got it after Biven tapped it, out to Gowan, 3 on the way, no good. Rebound, Biven battles underneath the basket, grabbed it. He got it from Beal, how I don't know, and lays it up and in.
Yeah, nice rebound by Jake, and goes over Beal with the head fake.
Who took the coach's place?
There's a timeout here on the floor, a full timeout, so we will take one too. We'll be back here with Lincoln Railer basketball here in just a couple minutes here in the ground court.
Alexander, whose place did he take at Lincoln?
Don Foltz. (53-41) the Rock Island lead. My thanks to my broadcast partner Josh Komnick for covering that timeout. Ball in the backcourt, and the foul looks like it may go against Gowan. Randall going to go to free throw line. They are in the bonus. One more foul, they'll be in the double bonus.
Well, our buddy had to come back and get a little more Railer info.
Yeah. Need to get the Rock Island folks to listening to WLC. Yeah, he was asking a lot of Lincoln questions for a Rock Island fan. Randall, the first one up, and it rattled around and went in. Randall gets the free throw, 54-41, the Lincoln lead. 52.7 seconds to go. Randall misses the second free throw. He's got 6. 51 seconds to go. Polis quickly up the floor in a hurry. Polis, Saucy, Gowan, Polis. Polis going to drive down the lane, go for the layup. Didn't get it. Rebound, Beal. That may just do it.
Yeah, I think so. 39 seconds. Looks like Coach kind of calls it off a little bit.
Beal, the basketball out front. The quick pass. Atkinson dribbled it off his leg and out of bounds. 31 seconds to go. Railers down 13. Lincoln with 2 guys in double figures, Cook and Saucy. Gowan, the long 3 in front of the Lincoln bench, and got it. The Chris Coyne State Farm 3 for Aiden Gowan, and a timeout on the floor. That's the first 3 of the basketball game for Aiden Gowan.
Yeah, first points for Gowan.
Let's go ahead and keep it right here. Looks like it's going to be a 30-second Top Hat Creamery timeout.
Well, yeah. Nimmers came on late, didn't he? Started that third quarter, or didn't do much in the first half. I think just 2 points, and then he came on 17 right now, and he's been really the difference that kind of fueled that fire for Rock Island. Who, when they went on that run, it was really because of him.
You know, Josh, you get a sense. I don't know, just kind of my gut feeling that if we'd have made a few more shots, where we got some good looks, a few more shots go down, this might be a different basketball game right now.
Kind of the story of basketball, isn't it? I mean, when you're shooting well, you seem to be going well. Everything goes kind of how you're shooting, how you're scoring, and we talked about it so many times now. This defense can only hold it so long, especially against a team like this, and to hold them to 15 in the first half, I thought was really, really good. And then they went on their big run there and scoring 19 in the third quarter.
Yeah, and I don't think our defense has really been bad tonight. I think our defense has been pretty good tonight for the most part. We've rebounded well. We've handled the ball well at times. And there's going to be a foul in the backcourt. Nimmer's going to go to free throw line, and he'll have 2 shots. And the foul, I think, went against Elijah Polis. Nope, that foul on Gowan. Marion Nimmers with 17 points, getting closer to his season average of about 23. First one up and back the iron, no good. Nimmers will get the second free throw. Again, Railers down 10, 21.9 seconds to go. Second one for Nimmers.
Short.
Short. Air ball on a free throw.
You don't see that too often.
No. And the ball goes over to Lincoln. 21.9 seconds to go. Saucy to Polis. Polis going to have to get it up the floor in a hurry. There's the Rock Island defense. Gowan. Gowan pump fake. Throws up the three. Oh, in and out. Almost had it. Beal the rebound. Beal quickly to Atkinson. Atkinson in the backcourt is going to get fouled by Biven.
Well, that was in and out, and a tough shot, too. It's not easy to shot fake, and then you got a guy flying at you. And
that was a rainbow three, too.
Oh, it was, yeah. And it was, I thought, halfway down inside the hoop and then popped out.
So Gowan just missed that three. Rainbow three. A good pump fake. Shot it over the guy. Atkinson to free throw line. Up and good. That'll be 14 for Atkinson.
Yeah, been a nice night for him.
Yes, it has. Atkinson, second one up and good. Got them both. 56-44, the Rock Island lead. Polis going to fire up the long three and got it. The Chris Coyne State Farm three for Elijah Polis nails it. 56-47, and the clock will run out. And the Rock Island Rocks are going to take down the Lincoln Railers. 56-47 here at Rocky Fieldhouse. We will be back in 2 minutes with the Grau Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic postgame show, including a word from Coach Al. Back at Rocky Fieldhouse, where Lincoln on the short end of the stick, their first road loss drops to 16-4. Rock Island will improve to 15-6 with a 56-47 win here on the Grau Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic postgame show. Josh, I didn't think we played a bad basketball game tonight, really.
No, I didn't think so either. You know, I ran a lot of sets, got a lot of good looks, made some, missed obviously more than Railer Nation would like to see. But again, that's a really really good basketball team. That's a team. I don't know. Obviously, 7-1 in the Western Big Six here with Quincy and Sterling, United Township, Alleman, Moline, good. So that's a team in a 4A league for the most part, I think, that's doing really well.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where their 6 losses came from after watching them tonight.
You're right.
Because
they lost to Normal Community.
Yeah, they're disciplined, big, and strong, and
beat Quincy,
and they can shoot the basketball.
Yeah. They we talked about they've got all 3 things that hurt the 1-2-2. They got and really it boiled down to just size and strength. I think Beal was just a guy that we couldn't keep the ball away from, and although he only had 5 points and he had most of those in the first couple minutes of the game, he kind of facilitated from there and passed it out and rebounded. So. You're right. This is maybe the most talented team, I think, up to down this 5, 6, 7 guys, whatever they played. I think they're as good as we've played this season.
You have scoring, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah, first for the Rock Island Rocks, their leading scorer, Nimmers, comes in 23 a game. He gets 17 tonight, and most of those 15 in the second half. 15 points for Atkinson, 10 for Akers. So 3 guys in double figures for Rock Island, 6 also from Randall, 5 from Beal, and 3 from Anderson for the 56 for the Rock Island Rocks. The Railers finished with 47. They were led in 3 guys in double figures for the Railers also. Cook and Bivens share the honors with 14 apiece. 10 points for Tyler Saucy, 6 for Elijah Paulus, and a couple Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointers for Aiden Gowan and Camden Nelson for the 47. 56-47, the Railers fall.
Josh, Jake Bivens starting to get back into the groove, it seems like, with the drive to the baskets and being able to get maybe to he got to the free throw line a couple of times tonight.
Well, and I think the sickness and then Jake, what he got hit in the face.
That cut he had above the eye at Glenwood
took him out for a little bit, and I think the sickness really hurt him more than we probably thought. I think he was really going there, then got sick, and then it took a while for him to really get recuperated and kind of see the Jake that we saw early on in the season, and then the one we're seeing now is totally different from that midway through. So it's nice to get him back going. He adds an element that the Railers need with the penetration and the toughness and the strength to get to layups and drives to go. But you also saw where now he's dribbling, driving in, and then kicking to some shooters now, and as we talked about, everybody's getting better, and that's a fun thing to watch.
Tyler Saucy starting to show us a few elements of his game that maybe we didn't see early in the season. Besides just shooting the 3-pointer, he's been able to take it to the basket. He's also been able to post up, and tonight shows us a nice couple of 10-footers there that he was able to nail.
Well, I think Coach in practice, as he told us, he's been preaching aggressiveness, and our guys are starting to be more aggressive. Sometimes he talked about not the greatest shots, but you'll learn as they get more experience and things that what kind of shots, and you don't want to hold them back, but sometimes you kind of have to.
Peyton Cook's had 3 good games since the Bloomington game, or 2 good games, 3 good games lately, including the Bloomington game. We're starting to see some consistency out of him as well.
Yeah, more aggressiveness again. Guys are being more aggressive. The shots, we took a lot more shots, I think, there for a part of the couple games there. We just weren't taking enough shots to even get points on the board. So I think, Coach, you there now? Nothing? More there?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Right.
Coach Al has joined us on the post-game show. Coach, 56-47, first road loss of the year, but I didn't think we played too bad. We were pretty aggressive offensively.
Well, our kids played hard, and it's something when you play. I think this team here has a potential that they could advance in the state tournament a long way. But I really felt that we missed 4 or 5 layups, and we missed early first quarter. I think we had 6 turnovers, and you don't beat those kind of teams by doing that. And kids know that, and they want to correct it. They want to play. They want to get us better, and I always point them out, and and they want that. They want to know what we're doing, what we got to do to get better. But I'm telling you, the first quarter they totally dominated the boards. We just started soft. And we got better as the game went on. And I thought after the first quarter, we held our own on the boards.
Josh and I talked about that. It seemed like we played better in the second quarter. But this team is a team, they've got a lot of weapons out there. inside and out.
Oh, they just physically mauled us. They were just so much bigger physically, not a whole lot taller, but just physically. And they used that to their advantage, and they did what they had to do to win the basketball game. And they had some sharpshooters. We got it to 1, and before you knew it, it's right back to 9.
Yeah, we were, and then a nice comeback for you guys too, Coach. I think it might have been about the second quarter, maybe late in the first or second quarter, 26, maybe third, 26-17, and we made a run and got it back. Might even tied it there at one point. And it just looked like you got plenty of good opportunities in the first quarter. You ran a lot of sets, got the shots that you wanted, and just one of those nights where they just weren't falling.
This was a set night, running a set darn near every time down the floor. And it helps us get into our continuity offense, our green set that we call, and it helps us get into that. And regardless, we're looking for shots, so it's a certain thing we're looking for. But, the kids have got to know you don't force the shot. You take what they give you, and if it's not there, anytime our sets break down, they go right into our green offense, which is just basically a pass and cut offense looking for back doors. And, we moved the ball at times. We got lazy at times, and they were such good athletes that they were able to step in front and make things happen.
Yeah, Coach, and it looked like you really were going after Cook and Bivens, and I thought Jake was really good against strong moves, and also so when he got to the basket, then they helped down, he's able to kick out, and then Cook with another nice game, both guys in double figures to go along with Saucy.
Yeah, and we were trying to set it to get either to the layup or to the corner shot, and I think they closed out real quick, and that's the difference of
they're long.
Of our team, this team, than the teams that we play in our conferences. These teams are quick and close out quick, and as you know, the first half, I thought Camden just really was so quick on his shots that he doesn't have a chance on it. So you have to try to find ways to be able to get him to slow down his shot, be able to step into it. Sometimes he's not going to have them, but if he's able to just take his time and get a good shot off, but when you make a few threes, that's not going to happen.
Well, when you've got a guy 6'4", 6'5", long arms running out at you, sometimes it's hard to get I noticed Gowan a couple of times loaded up for his shot, but here comes somebody out on him that's much taller than he is. And
we've got to look at their footwork and everything, and because there's enough space that they should be able to get a shot off, and I don't know if we're too slow into our footwork or whatever it is, but we've got to get those guys to where those shots are there, and it'll come. I'm never happy with getting beat, and everybody knows I strive for perfection. We're never going to reach it, but unless you strive for it, you're never going to get better. And our kids want to get better.
But in the last couple of post games, you've talked about getting outplayed, and you're not saying that tonight.
No, not at all.
It makes me feel better.
No, we played hard. We played a very good basketball team, and we played them tooth and nails. They hit for about 3 minutes. We lost shooters, but again, we were down, and we had to go chase a little bit, and it does open the floor up.
Talk a little bit about your upcoming opponent, Normal West, on Tuesday night, I believe.
Tuesday night, Normal West. They're very talented. It's a big game for us. They're in our sectional complex, so if we could come and it's really a big game, simply because if we can happen to take care of business Tuesday night, we have beaten everybody in the sectional complex except Rantoul, Urbana, Champaign Central, and Morton. The three that I named first are at the bottom, so that's not an issue. Morton's lost 6 or 7, so we're in good shape. But we need to really, really plan and really work hard to be prepared for Tuesday night.
You've got a busy couple of weeks coming up. You've got 3 games. We've got 3 games this week, Normal West. Then we go to Mattoon on a Friday night, turn around, go to Ike on Saturday night, and then turn around and play a makeup game at Effingham on Monday night.
Correct. That's what happens when you lose them, and hopefully we don't lose any more. Otherwise, we're really going to be playing pretty much what we did a year ago, and that was not fun.
Well, it looks like the kids are ready to go. I'm sure Coach is ready to get on the road, and we probably got to let our broadcast partner go here at some point. Otherwise, he's going to get left behind.
I'll be thumbing it.
Well, I got to go get my. I need to listen to the retape, and then we'll decide whether he gets the ride or not.
He did a great job. Trust me.
Okay.
Coach, thanks for joining us on the post-game show. We'll let you get on the bus, and we'll look forward to Tuesday night against Normal West.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Coach. That's going to wrap it up here from Rocky Fieldhouse. We're about the only ones left as the kids are ready to get on the bus. Josh is ready to get on the bus. We ask that you patronize our fine sponsors and say thank you for allowing us to bring you Lincoln Rail Splitter basketball. So for my broadcast partner, Josh Komnick, for studio producer Winnie Ransdale, for our cameraman and on-site engineer, Mr. Lloyd Kirby, for everyone that works on Lincoln Rail Splitter broadcast, this is Jay Harden. Once again, the final score, unfortunately, was Rock Island 56, Lincoln 47. Railers now stand at 16-4, heading into a key game Tuesday night against Normal West at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Hey, folks, come out to that game against Normal West. Coach is going to have a shot at getting victory number 899 on Tuesday night. Railers at 16-4. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Unfortunately, Railer Nation did not enjoy the outcome. It's time to send you back to the classic rock experience on the Nighttime Fix 96. This is Jay Harden saying good night and thanks for listening.